Let's go. Raw, what did you think? There we go, I've done the intro. Guys, Raw, what did you think? I thought it was quite good.
You haven't even introduced who we are. Who hired you to do this?
No one, I'm not getting paid. I've not
Thank
been
fuck
hired.
we're not paying you if that's the kind of job you're gonna do.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Can't
I'm gonna
wait.
say
Look, you've taken so long that I'm actually allowed to let whoever's just knocked on the door come in.
Well, our first guest here on
Hello.
Thank God It's Smarky.
Alright.
Who
Who the
an
fuck
alarm?
are you?
Hello, Smarks and wrestling fans alike. Welcome to episode number 3 of Thank God It's Smarky. Today I'm alongside Sam Stapleton,
Hello.
Joe Royal,
Hello.
and Obi-Ben Young Kenobi.
Yay. Oh,
Yay! Was that enough, Sam? Have I got him back now? Are you happy?
Sure.
So we're going to start things off where we normally do, and that's with Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think of it?
Tonight is the night.
Tonight's always the night. I don't know the whole words to that song.
Yeah, okay.
Neither do I, that's all I ever hear.
I stayed up to watch it live. Not entirely
Same.
sure that was worth it.
It wasn't the worst, but yeah, it kind of fell flat.
Wasn't great, is it?
It
I
like
don't know if it was bad, but I was ill and it just made it worse. The only good thing I can remember from Raw was the New Day Y2AJ match.
that was a really good match.
Yeah.
I think go far and say that was probably like match of the week.
So it opened with Vince and Shane, and there was that great moment where Vince used Taker's gong to get heat. That was good.
That was great. Proper trolled us, little fucker.
Yeah. Only thing that would have pissed the Chicago crowd off more would be to come out to CM Punk's music.
Now look, before we carry on, let's just address the elephant in the room with the whole CM Punk chants in the Chicago
You
crowd.
guys just want me to turn heel, don't ya?
I just want to say that I think if it's in Chicago, it's perfectly justified.
I'd rather them just chant for like Ambrose or fucking Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Like, just imagine like that could set off like every other crowd.
I heard they were doing a shit ton of New Day chants before the show actually started as well. Why not do that?
Imagine if just do that. Fucking imagine what that'd do for their career.
I've just come to a point where it's kind of been numbed for me. I expect it from them. I'm not going to get angry at them because, you know, it's of course they're going to do it. But nevertheless, this is irrelevant. Let's continue discussing what actually happened this week. The opening promo, fucking brilliant. Like, I am now so hyped for that match. Even more hyped than I was when Shane first came out and the match was announced.
Do you actually
Like
feel
that-
like Shane's gonna win?
There's going to be shenanigans without a doubt, but I think it's going to end up being a Shane-sided win, as it were.
I've heard rumours, and these are simply rumours, but
Important.
there are people talking about John Cena having an effect on the finish of the match, setting up a match between him and Taker later on in the year.
There's no way that wouldn't
If
be a
that happens,
WrestleMania
I'd
match.
be so pissed off. That is spoiled.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be as well, but I think this kind of implies that Cena would be turning heel, because at the moment The Undertaker's not exactly the bad guy in this feud.
We've been through this though, haven't we? That it's in his home state, and so if you screw Taker in his home state, it's not gonna go down well for you.
No. And I don't think they're going to want Cena looking like the big villain at the end of that match, even if Shane does end up being the one who wins. Nevertheless, I think we can all agree that John Cena is going to have somewhat of a participation in WrestleMania this year.
I'm sure he'll show up.
I honestly don't think he will. I do think this will be the one he misses.
He's been tweeting a lot, though, basically, like, suggesting, yeah, I'm going to be back soon.
He tweets a lot of things.
Yeah, but in John Cena fashion, it's gearing us up to believe that he's going to be here. You know, it wouldn't even surprise me if they bring him out with The Rock in the mandatory 30-minute promo that he's going to have at WrestleMania this year.
Huh.
I
Which
don't
I'm
think
not
he's
looking
going to have a 30-minute promo. I think that was only done last year to get the Sundown.
Yeah, but I'm pretty certain they've changed the main advertisement for WrestleMania to, look, it's The Rock. He's going to be there, guys. I don't think they're just going to waste all of that on him just coming out for, like, 5 minutes to put over Roman Reigns at the end.
I reckon he's going to be in the corner for the match.
Probably, yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. First match of the night, Kevin Owens and Neville. Even though this has been done to death, I thought it was fantastic.
Great match.
It was a good match, yeah.
Made even better by the ending, of course. Sami Zayn making his... I don't know if we're going to consider this the return or the debut on the main roster, but...
Re-debut.
Oh, yeah, I kind of want to count it as a debut.
I want to count it as a debut.
Re-debut.
It's a shame, though, because I feel like there could have been a better reaction to that. How about you
I
guys?
think it was just obvious, like, even without looking at spoilers or anything, it was obvious the way it was set up that Sami Zayn was going to come out. I
Yeah,
think it was set up too obvious.
I agree. I mean, there's been, like, a few hints dropped here and there over the past couple of weeks. I mean, we mentioned on a podcast, I think it was the first one, actually, like, yeah, there's already been plans made for the Intercontinental title picture, and Sami Zayn was that plan. So,
He's part of it. I don't think
He's
it's going to
part-
be a. I don't think it's going to be a one-on-one match.
no, it'll probably end up being, like, a multi-man ladder match.
Yeah.
But, nevertheless, he was, like, what am I trying to say here? The Weapon X involved in that match. Like, oh, you won't see this one coming. But,
It's that thing everyone saw coming.
yeah. But,
Still,
yeah, I
very
thought
happy
that-
about it.
Yeah, extremely happy. Like, I'm glad that he's finally sort of reigniting that feud with Owens. I mean, we've mentioned this before, but I feel like this should have been done at the Royal Rumble, and it should have been built up from there, but hey, I'll live with this.
Yeah, Mora alluded to that happening on SmackDown, but
I feel that this kind of brings SmackDown into things, this week's SmackDown, that is. They continued this little story on with a Miz TV segment between Zayn and Owens. And whilst I was watching that, I mean, in the build-up to it, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. You know, giving those two mic time is going to really make this, you know, a hype feud for WrestleMania. But I couldn't help but feel like Sami Zayn's just not really into it on the main roster. I'm assuming that no one else here has watched SmackDown.
I've seen half
watched
of it.
I watched
Okay,
watched all of it, actually.
Yeah, I've seen that segment.
Oh, well done you. I'm actually quite proud of you this week. Well done.
More than me.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I just felt like it wasn't him. He wasn't really, like, all there with it.
And I wouldn't agree with that. I think he's doing a good job at being this annoyed, betrayed friend because of how they're playing off the feud of Owens is, oh, Sammy was just a stepping stone. We weren't friends. It was only necessary. We used each other to get to where we are now. And Zayn's like, we were best friends. We were buddy, and he's become an asshole.
Yeah, I'm just sure. I think,
Owens is the victim.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was just thinking back to the NXT promos those two cut on each other.
Oh, I mean, they were better in NXT, but that doesn't by any means mean they are bad now.
yeah,
I'm
they
not
had
saying-
more of
Certainly
a.
to start, though, I
sense
feel
of-
like they've got to get rid of Neville, and then it'd just be them two one-on-one. I think they're just getting rid of the added man. Then they're both fully get into it when it's more
Wait, what? Will
just them two.
this be after WrestleMania?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a one-on-one match at WrestleMania.
Really? I'm not
Yeah.
convinced.
No, I'm not convinced either.
I think everyone in that in that SmackDown segment's going to be in it, which is Owens,
I reckon
Zayn,
it's going to be a
Neville,
triple
Ziggler, and Miz. I reckon they're all going to be in it.
I have a slight suspicion that AJ and Jericho will make it in there as well. 'Cause
Instead
I
of a
don't see them
one-on-one.
I don't see them two getting another one-on-one match.
I was saying
Not
to Ben.
unless they add like a stipulation to it.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to see an ultimate submission match.
That would be awesome, but I would actually rather it be like a retirement match.
For Jericho.
But Jericho's
if
not.
you said like both of their careers are on the line, whoever loses leaves.
But Jericho's been. I think it's been almost confirmed that he's sticking around because he's not got any tour dates afterwards. Fozzie's not got any tour dates after Mania for a while.
I'm pretty certain they've done like a sort of you retire from in-ring competition, but you're able to stick around in the company as like, I don't know, some guy. I know it wouldn't really have the same effect as like AJ retired Chris Jericho, but
But then we won't get to see him wrestle,
I'm
and that's bad. Chris Jericho's a great wrestler. What are you trying to say?
I mean, he can still go.
saying I'd rather him die here than see him live to become John Cena.
There's no way Chris Jericho would ever accept the John Cena position. No chance in hell.
Okay, die hero or live long enough to become Big Show and be told to retire.
That's a fair way of putting it. But Chris Jericho is in no way as boring as how the crowd perceives Big Show to be. And I don't think the crowd will ever perceive Chris Jericho until he's like 55, 60 years old.
I agree, but I think he's losing his novelty.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting a bit pissy with all of them doing is just joking around.
When he came back in that segment against the New Day, I was so like, I just don't give a shit. Which is a shame because I feel like I should be hyped for Jericho. Same again with back at Night of Champions when he came out for the 6-man tag against the Wyatt family. I was just like...
Oh, that was pretty pointless though.
His promo on SmackDown was better, a lot better. I want that Jericho.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there, that promo.
Yeah, which brings us on to our next Raw point, which is the Y2AJ New Day match.
Jericho's heel turn.
And
the
Jericho's heel turn.
unnecessary amount of code breakers.
Yeah.
I really
No, I
like
think that was perfect. I don't think it was overdone. That was great.
AJ took them like a champ.
That is fucking Dolph Ziggler should watch, and that is how you sell and tell a good story. AJ didn't overdo it. It was perfect. But that match, though. Why aren't we talking about that match first?
Oh, yeah, why are we talking
Kind
about...
of brushed
possibly
over it
great
briefly,
match?
but it was amazing.
I
don't
mean,
know.
all 5 men shined in that match.
I know it was
Where they had when Jericho pushed Kofi to break that pin. That was a new way of breaking up a pin. That was amazing. That was good. That was fun.
I know I was a little like hesitant towards the idea of Chris Jericho and AJ being a tag team last week, but you know I kind of started to shine to them, especially during that match and the SmackDown before that. I think it may have been a little too soon to suddenly break them up again, especially after they
that's
just
meant to be like
released
part of the
match.
story, though. That they were just getting into it. They had all these shirts printed, and they were going to be a big thing, and then Chris
Yeah,
Jericho
people
was just like,
bought
no.
their fucking shirts.
No one actually. I
That's
refuse to
a
believe anyone actually bought that shirt seriously. That's for anything other than no way. No one looks at that shirt design and was like, I would wear that.
There was quite a few shirts in the crowd for Raw.
I'm gonna go out here and say they're plants.
I'm going to go out here and say they're plants.
Possibly. There was quite a lot of them though.
Either way,
Well, they were given for free.
if we link it to SmackDown, the shirt burning scene Chris Jericho did was absolutely fantastic. And great character work.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Probably the highlight of SmackDown even.
Hey, Matt, you should be happy about this split. You're the one saying that AJ being in a tag team would hold him back.
Oh yeah,
At
I am
least now
happy,
he's a
don't
singles
get me
guy.
wrong. I am definitely happy for it. I think, you know, the continuation of this feud with Jericho as like the key villain, it's going to do both of them nothing but favours. But I don't know. I felt like it was a little too soon. I just suddenly accepted the idea and then, oh wait, we're going with this now. Sure.
It's kind of the beauty of it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess, but
Like, we all saw the turn coming. We just didn't think it'd be straight away.
Yeah, exactly. The longer you wait, the more people are kind of waiting for the turn.
Which is why it's so good it was so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so simple as well. So good.
Doesn't happen too often as well. That's kind of what I like about it.
yeah, I'll take that. I just be nice to know if they're going to go with putting them in the Intercontinental title feud.
Yeah, I
No,
kind of hope they
think
don't.
it's going to be 1-on-1.
I
Yeah.
could see it being a one-on-one match.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out as we get closer to WrestleMania. I mean, maybe something will happen at Roadblock. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, we'll come on to that.
But for the rest of Raw, not a great deal really happened that we can really discuss here. I mean, the main event was pretty good between Bray Wyatt and Ambrose.
Those two tend to have, like, quite good matches.
Yeah, they're always pretty solid together. I mean, I always love those two going against each other. I don't know why. I just think that their characters really suit a really sort of drawn-out, personal feud, which hasn't really happened yet.
They tried. I mean,
They tried.
if you were watching SmackDown at the time, that feud is a lot better than if you weren't watching SmackDown.
I agree. But then I think it was kind of killed when Bray suddenly started bringing up Ambrose's dad. I thought that promo was a little like, alright.
Yeah.
Wasn't what I-
Once Bray won via television, that was it. That killed it for me.
One via exploding television.
Yeah.
I want to see more matches end like that.
I can't tell if you're joking.
No, it's like the equivalent to the Japanese death match with explosives and stuff.
God.
It was a television, Matt. It was
Yeah.
a television. Televisions don't do that.
Interesting note, though, is that at the end of the match, Triple H came out to do the classic Triple H is going to stand over you and look like a badass moment. Bray Wyatt sort of
His
teased
smile was on
his
point.
little smirk. It's brilliant.
Stroking
I
the
loved
tie.
it. I marked just a little bit for that. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that
lie.
was good.
The crowd was proper going for it as well.
I marked a little bit more when Bray Wyatt teased I'll be coming for that championship at some point.
It's good. It shows that there's I mean, I think we kind of knew this anyway, but it shows there's going to be mileage in a Bray Wyatt face turn at some point.
I
hope
think
it's
he
not
needs.
a full-blown face, but
I think he needs a turn. He needs to be freshened up.
What soon?
Yeah. Yeah, I could easily see the Wyatt family just turn on him.
The way I imagined him turning was if you put Bray Wyatt exactly where Shane McMahon is now. Him being forced to face The Undertaker to... This is implying that WrestleMania 31 didn't happen. That match.
Nice assumption.
But Wyatt taking down the Authority would be like the perfect sort of facey turn, but not too facey. Because it's face turning like, yeah, he's got rid of the bigger bad guys. But now he's become somewhat the big bad guy because, hey, look, it's pure anarchy here in the WWE.
Yeah, that's kind of what they try to pretend is going to happen with Dean Ambrose.
by replacing Michael Cole with a fish tank. Crazy.
Oh, why didn't that happen?
Absolutely crazy.
Oh,
I mean,
what a
I-
lunatic.
Speaking of Michael Cole,
God, this can only end well.
basically, speaking of Michael Cole, let's not speak about Michael Cole and instead talk about Mauro Ranallo. And-
Alright.
And how
Right.
he just seems so much more energetic and into all of the action than Michael Cole.
While also being a better commentator in terms of, hey, look, there's something going on in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like, part of that's down to the direction that's kind of forced on the Raw commentary team. Like, we saw on Beast in the East that Michael Cole can still kind of go as a commentator. Mauro seems to have a bit more creative freedom.
It's because he cuts the match instead of talking about bullshit what ain't to do with the match.
Definitely.
Like, that does my fucking head in when they do that.
I loved
When
it.
someone's having a match, and it's not a bad match, and they're talking about fucking saying some other shit.
Yeah, what happened at the start of the show, or like Twitter, or some outdated reference, or some dated reference that's in there solely because it's a dated reference. Ugh, God.
You know, I'm pretty certain JBL went back to The Walking Dead the other day.
He loves it. I don't know why. Usually doesn't make any sense.
I'm surprised he hasn't moved on to Game of Thrones yet. I'm waiting for
Well,
it.
didn't he try and call AJ Styles a hobbit?
I remember him calling Daniel Bryan a hobbit.
Yeah.
Someone did anyway.
I'm
Pretty
pretty sure that was in reference to Neville, because of the whole slightly pointy ears thing as well.
But that's more Elvis. Why am I... That makes me
no.
look like so much more of a nerd.
It does. But no, that's...
Here goes the rest of the podcast.
Yeah.
Who would you cast as Gandalf?
Brock Lesnar.
Wow. I was at least going to try and think of someone with a beard, but
I was
Eric
No.
thinking,
why not?
Fucking Eric Rowan. Bringing things back into the reality now, if you can call it that. Dolph Ziggler happened on Raw.
did he happen?
As I was
Yeah.
going to ask
Really?
before I was so rudely interrupted.
The more
Okay,
time I've
your
had to
guys'
think
opinion
about
on
it,
this
the more that
story.
I'm convinced that that tweet was a work.
It was, because it
Oh,
was
yeah.
referenced in Sure.
Oh, but it could have been tweeted and then, like, you know, seen afterwards and then they decide to put it in, rather than, like,
It
literally
wouldn't
part
be
of
like
it.
the show that fast. Come on. They don't care about it that much. It's Dolph Ziggler. Let's be real here.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's just like... It's sad that they have to keep sort of referring back to when Dolph actually had something going for him. It's like, look, if you've given up on him, just give up on him. Don't pretend like, yep, we remember. Don't worry about that.
Well, no, again, the entire storyline is he remembers. He wants to be something bigger.
Yeah, but don't make that a storyline. Because where's it going to go apart from having the League of Nations bury him once again?
Yeah, don't bring it up again unless you're going
he
to actually
beat
have him
someone in
overthrow
what was
the
basically
authority
a
this time.
3v1 match. That's not very...
Well, no,
really
but
is.
nevertheless, it's still like, you know, nothing's going to happen from it. Dolph Ziggler's not going to come out next week on Raw and be like, oh yeah, I'm still relevant, remember me? And
Remember
then
that time I beat that one guy in a 3-on-1 match?
It was King Barrett, so
Remember
let's not
when
give him too much.
I won at Survivor Series and then got salty with Sting after, in every promo I did?
Did he? I don't even remember this.
I don't
Pretty
know.
much, like every time
I
someone
never saw
mentioned-
it that way. I never saw it that way.
He got so salty though. It's like, yeah, I won, but only because of Sting. Like, come on, it's fucking Sting. Yeah, a little bit.
Surely that's him putting him over though. Like, oh, I won because Sting was there, which he did.
Can we talk about that fucking Ryback promo? What the fuck was that?
What Ryback promo?
It was not very good.
He said like
Let's
every word
move
twice.
on.
He's like, I respect you. Respect.
Oh yeah. He was like, but you're a little guy, but I respect you. Just like over and over again. And that was the whole promo.
You should get rid of your partner. Trust me, I know.
But I respect you.
He's been on
Can't
Twitter.
attack
He
you, no,
owns-
nothing but hold you down.
Yeah.
See-
Ryback's new gimmick
see,
is that he hates
This
tag
is
teams.
Matt's fault because he didn't want Bray going after US title. Now we got to have to put up with fucking Ryback going after it.
It's true.
Cheers,
Matt
well
made,
done, Matt.
he made some calls to WWE creative and was like, Ryback's the guy, yeah. Next
Matt, you have ways
next
of
week
doing
on Raw,
everything.
Ryback's gonna beat the Ascension in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Well, it's already happened, so it's not
I was
like
about to say, has that exact match not happened before?
it definitely has. I mean, Kalisto and Ryback had a really good match during the whole King of the Ring build-up. No, sorry, the World Heavyweight title tournament thing. I really enjoyed their match, not just because Kalisto won, unexpectedly.
I mean, it
So-
went a lot better than the Kalisto Alberto Del Rio match at that tournament.
I mean, like, I just... If that's the match we get at WrestleMania, I really hope it isn't a one-on-one thing, but if that's what we're going with, then,
hoping
hey.
tonight's title be the one-on-one match.
Exactly. Why can't the US title get the multi-man match?
It would, I don't know, it'd just be too much of like a, we're throwing this together last minute, because the only two guys that we've got who could, like, sensibly enter that match would be Kalisto and Ryback at the moment. Like, who else could we get? I don't know, let's throw Stardust in there, and,
It's
Tyler Breeze.
I don't even know what he said.
Sorry.
I don't think I
Who
want
said-
to.
Did someone say Jack Swagger?
Who the
I
fuck
think I
is
heard
that?
someone say Jack Swagger.
Who? Damien Sandow.
Himself. But, like,
Yeah, I'd love Damien Sandow to be in that,
Yeah, same.
but that ain't happen. He'd be in the Battle Royal,
Will he?
Job of Royal.
I think that's ambitious.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
God.
they got to make up the numbers, didn't they, for
God,
that fucking clusterfuck.
Imagine Sandow actually getting some TV time. It's crazy. Maybe superstars.
I don't think he's even on that nowadays. You gotta make time for Darren Young versus Fandango.
We're dwelling on things we should not be dwelling on. We have the most amazing match in the entire world to speak about.
No,
Agreed.
we're just wrestling fans. We're not allowed to be like dwelling on good things like Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. I'm assuming most people have watched it because why wouldn't you want to watch that match? It's gonna be so good, and it was because it was like 50 minutes long.
I assume we've all seen it.
Is it only good because it was 15 minutes long, or was the match actually good? Because I don't know, I think I went into the match expecting a lot more. It felt a bit slow, and all they did was slap each other.
I like
There's no way
I
they
like
could-
the
there's
pacing
no
of
way
the
they-
match.
There's no way they could have given more and still gone on for 50 minutes.
I mean, I don't think it was like a 4.5, 5-star match or anything, but I think it was a really good, solid match, and they managed to go for like that amount of time without me, thinking, "Damn, this is too long." That's what I don't know. I like the pacing of the match. I think it worked.
It was a good
wasn't-
match, but I expected more than them just slapping each other. That's all it was slap, 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 chop, chop, chop. And a few flippy shit.
I'm inclined to agree with Sam on this one. Like, sometimes that sort of match can work, especially if you're going for like a big slog fest, like a 2 out of 3 falls match. But it wasn't something that I'm gonna remember at the end of the year and think back on going like, oh, that's match of the year, no doubt, sort of thing. But
Could've
Are you sure you're
should've-
agreeing with me? You sound more like you're agreeing with Ben.
Yeah.
no, I'm trying to say that it's a good match, but it wasn't spectacular.
It could have been so much more though. I went into it expecting to be talking about one of the matches of the year. And all I got was Joe slapping Zayn about.
Isn't that kind
Maybe
of
that was the pitfall, I suppose. Maybe we've grown to expect a bit too much. Especially when you hear a match it's that long, because like so many of those matches tend to be like these like big classics. So once you hear it's that long, you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be another one to talk about throughout the ages. And really, it's just like, you know, a pretty standard match that justifies its length. But you know, it wasn't poor. It's not like I was like, oh man, that went on way too long. I don't know. I think it can be really good and really fun to do these type of matches every so often, because I think having every match be like 10-12 minutes can get really formulaic. So to just throw like something like this in every now and then, just make things a bit more interesting. It doesn't have to be like some kind of worldy of a match every time. I don't know.
No,
I think it was
the
refreshing.
time of the match was fine. I just expected a little bit more. Them get their stuff in, not just. It was just basically Joe slapping him.
Isn't that kind of his character now, though? Like, he's never really sold himself as, like, check out me, most technical wrestler in the world. Now he literally just beats the shit out of you and slaps you in the face. So I'm not too pissed off with how Joe performed in that match.
I am kind of inclined to agree both ways. It was all lightly paced, but I don't know, me and Matt were talking a bit before this, and it's not, we weren't unhappy with it, but it's not what we wanted at the time. Like, a match of that length is probably more suited to a takeover or a special, rather than it taking up an entire episode of NXT.
I thought taking the whole episode of NXT, that was great. I enjoyed
That was the best bit about it. I especially liked when Corey Graves lied to us. I think it was Corey Graves.
Yeah, he mentioned, like, oh, the 4 villains are here, and American Alpha, and Tommaso Ciampa.
And then later on he was like, oh, we're going to have to postpone the rest of the matches for tonight, guys.
Oh, I didn't actually catch that.
I didn't catch that, so I thought they just...
no.
I thought they just went off.
Oh, no, that was really good. The
The
commentary says that, yeah, because this match went on too long, they had to postpone the rest of the matches of the night.
Oh, I'm fine with that then. Oh, that's changed absolutely everything. Yeah, it was a great match.
I mean,
yeah, that's how it works.
nevertheless, I mean, it's kind
I
of
love
like, why
slaps.
put that match on first anyway?
Yeah, that's true. If you're thinking like the kayfabe of NXT, when have they ever done that? You're not wrong. That'll teach William Regal to experiment.
What a bastard. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it kind of admits that they do it in tapes now instead of like they're trying to provide the illusion.
Come on, everyone who watches NXT knows that.
Yeah, but they've never really addressed it properly until that episode. Like, if Corey Graves had actually been like, look, over these next few episodes, we have the Vaude Villains against American Alpha and Tommaso Ciampa. I'm not really sure how Tommaso Ciampa really sells NXT, but hey, I'll go with it anyway. But nevertheless, it's kind of like, yeah, but they're going to be here.
What does everyone think of Samoa Joe being the #1 contender again?
I approve of it. I just hope that there's a bit more of a payoff this time round.
I'm particularly happy with it knowing what Sami is now going on to. Like, it feels a lot... Because I kind of wanted to see Sami versus Finn, I'm not going to lie. Because I've already seen Joe Finn. You know? And so...
Yeah.
But knowing that it means Sami is going to be on the WrestleMania card, it makes it a lot easier.
I hope this match is... Like, not saying the other match was bad, but I hope this match does more. Cause
It did feel like they were saving in the last match. It did feel like there was
they were not going to pull the gun on Joe,
Yeah,
and they were going to pull the gun on someone else to take the title from Finn.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like Sami was the natural fit for the next #1 contender. Seems how big he is in the name. So...
But I think Joe's going to win it this time. And
I just hope Finn ain't dressed up as the demon if he's going to lose it then.
But then what reason would he have to not?
Like, Joe
Yeah.
could, like, talk him into it. Oh, you can only win when you're dressed up as a demon.
Yeah.
Like, get in his head a bit, and Finn has to prove himself. Like, doesn't need a demon to win.
Yeah, I like that.
That's-
Because
that's
otherwise,
hard.
if there's no explanation and he just goes in and decides not to use it, I'm just going to be like, well, he's lost then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It'd be good to see, like, a sort of other side to the demon, though. Like, yeah, by the way, he can lose.
Nah, I don't think he should lose it on the NXT. I think if the Demon's gonna lose, save it for the main.
Yeah, but Samoa Joe, I thought would be the right person to be able to beat him. If not, it's just going to end
I
up.
don't want to
just,
see it. And as for Sam saying he wants to see another side to Demon, I'd like to see like the Demon try and control Finn.
Yeah, a lot of people are quite high on the idea of like a Jekyll and Hyde angle with it, instead of like, oh, it's Finn dressed up slightly.
It kind of felt like that's how they was going with it at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want it to be like mythical. I don't necessarily want it to be like, Kane and the Undertaker. But I like the idea of there being something a bit more about it, rather than, hey, this is just Finn and face paint.
Yeah. I think the only other issue I have with Joe being number one contender is that Sami Zayn's comeback and most of the promos leading up to where we are now have kind of been made redundant, because from what I gather, like, where they're going with him is he wants to become the first two-time NXT champion, which would have been great, but that's probably not going to happen now, so...
I think all this is to get
we just send him straight up to the main
roster
roster.
of things for the main roster, and to pass up time and to make Joe look good.
Yeah,
dunno.
that's true.
Yeah, I would have rather have seen them just send Zayn straight into the main roster and had a much better comeback moment in front of a good crowd. Not saying that the comeback in front of London was bad, but it's just felt a bit pointless now.
It would have been a lot bigger if he just returned at the Rumble.
Yeah, if he turned up at the Rumble, eliminated Owens, and then sparked up that feud going into Mania, I feel like it would have been so much bigger.
But then they're touring, aren't they? And he's a big name for the tour.
Yeah, I'm guessing like the London tour, the UK tour, and wherever else.
Tour they're on now. What tour they done? They've done a few tours, haven't they, in America since London?
Well, they've done the Arnold thing. I don't know if they've like done other shows around that, but I'm guessing they used him to sell that a little bit more. Nevertheless, I mean, I'm glad we saw the match.
I think that's one of the reasons, just to help with their tour, and just to get match fitness.
Yeah, I especially wanted to make sure he was like good to compete on the caliber that he has against Kevin Owens. So, unfortunately, there's not much else we can really discuss about NXT this week, considering we only had the one match.
Personally, I think we should move on and everyone should get into talking about Roadblock, which, if anyone's curious, is tonight. So
Tonight is the night.
tonight is the night.
No, it's not Raw. Tonight is not the night. The
They need
Empress
to
will
change
not win,
that
So I-
fucking
and
bitch.
loads of other bad things will happen.
So I've got the
But you heard it here first, everyone.
card as of now up on my screen. There's only 5 matches confirmed. I'm sure, given that, I mean, as much as we want to, pretend this is a bit bigger, it's essentially a glorified house show. So
That's all it is. So people shouldn't be expecting too much. All I'm expecting is just a nice little fun show.
yeah,
I'm not expecting too much.
I feel like, seeing as they've made it 3 hours, which I've been on a network and looked at, it is definitely going on until 4 a.m. over here. So, I feel like there's going to be a lot of filler that is really unnecessary. If they made this a
it's
2
like
hours...
Raw.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be like throwing a shit fit over seeing like R-Truth and Goldust against the Social Outcasts or something like that. But I just feel like we could have gone with those 5 matches that have been announced and just made a good solid 2-hour show out of that. I don't know why we need the other hour, but hey, maybe they'll pull out something out their ass and it'll be amazing.
Yeah, I
I
suppose
think the only thing, I think they'll build the 2 main events with the Brock, Ambrose and Triple H Roman in the main event. I think that's probably the only storyline stuff we're going to get.
Oh, I mean, we're going to get NXT storyline advance with the Revival versus Enzo and Cass as well.
That is the match I'm most curious about.
Yeah, because it's the only one you can genuinely see a title change on.
Yeah, I mean, really our discussion from last week about, Enzo and Cass potentially winning, whether it's a good thing or not, like, I can't really call it at this point. There's pros and cons to both teams winning, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what direction they go with for both teams. So, what are your predictions, guys? What are you going to say? Let's start with the NXT Tag Title match.
I'm going to go with the Revival. Sorry,
I'm going to
Jericho.
go with the Revival.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to change.
Ben?
I'm gonna go new tag teams.
He's gone for it.
He's gone.
I think it's the best time.
It's the best time
I
if
think
they're
so.
going to give Enzo and Cass the titles at all, which they should.
I'm sure it'll be a solid match. Probably.
What about you, Matt?
I'm going Revival. I think.
Because you want to see American Alpha topple them instead.
I would much rather see Jordan and Gable have the payoff of beating the probably really good heel champions by now.
Oh, I can't wait for them guys to be champs. Them two are amazing. But I reckon...
Would you
Revival
be more
need
excited to see
They
that?
need a little bit more heat. And if they lost tonight and then dropped the titles at the takeover by cheating, that'd get them a lot of fucking heat. And that would build them up so much more than just another shitty win, which doesn't mean nothing. And how can you get behind Kaz and Enzo if they're never going to do anything? They're given like so many title matches just to be like, oh yeah, we're shit really.
Well, this is what I was saying last week. You know, there's nothing there.
They've got to win it sooner or later. Because
So,
to this point, their story's mirrored Sami Zayn's like quest for the NXT title.
I don't think you can really pull that off when one guy is over 7 feet tall.
And the other guy is a certified G and a bona fide stud.
Nice.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
else is on the card?
Yeah, so announced today was Charlotte versus Natalia. Matt did tell me this is for the Divas Championship, as however what I'm looking at here says it's a non-title match.
Oh, it may be. Like, I heard it off a news site, so they may have misread it or misrepresented whatever.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a really, really good match.
I think they should be given kind of 14 minutes plus for this match.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
This
just going to
match.
be all over this.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially it's a match that to give Charlotte some momentum heading into WrestleMania, but it should be a really good one. Both girls can work.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it before, and it's good that it's finally getting a little bit more exposure on the...
Yeah, you
main
called for this on here, didn't you?
I wasn't expecting it to be, anytime soon. I just really wanted to see it. So maybe there is someone in the creative checking out Thank God It's Smarky.
Even our immediate family isn't checking out Thank God It's Smarky.
So what do you guys think? We all going Charlotte?
Yeah.
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 Clean
Yep.
sweep.
Yeah.
Next match on the card is New Day defending the Tag Team Championships against the League of Nations, which is listed as Sheamus and King Barrett here.
I just want these guys to be called the lads. They just have to be the lads. They're
The
not
lads.
the Nations
Be
above,
the
they're
lads.
See,
The band
these
of us.
two could be a really good team. And I know
The New Day versus
Before-
the band of us.
before it was announced that Wade is leaving, he was saying he wants to be in a tag team. And I think him and Sheamus would have made a really good tag team.
It's definitely one of those tag teams that you make when you're playing 2K16.
Yeah, they've actually been my tag team champions several times.
I'm not shocked. But it's a good one. It's because it's a good fit. You know, that's why.
Yeah, they've got great chemistry. I mean, they had a tag team match this week on SmackDown against Lucha Dragons, I think it was. Yeah, Lucha Dragons. That was great. I really enjoy those two, seeing them work together in the ring, and you just know that there's chemistry between them two. You know that they're the guys that travel together.
And you know they're going to have fun together as well. And when you're having fun, it makes everything so much better, doesn't it?
All of this
Yeah.
could be said about the New Day as well.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sold on this match though. It still
heel
feels...
versus heel. I'm never a fan of that personally.
I don't mind heel versus heel, but only when it's done with a reason. For a reason, even. This one, I think they've explained it as the League of Nations are so good that they've just become the top of the food chain in terms of number one contenders. And that to me doesn't really justify it. I'd rather it be two heels who... I'm gonna go back to Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey here. Even though Baron Corbin was clearly a face at that point, it felt like if those two were heel, it would have still worked out well. Because you just got two badass dudes who are no, I can be... There can be only one. And I'm now going to cut your head off and suck in your power, Highlander style.
Who you going to win?
I think the two heels, these two teams being heels, only works just because the League of Nations are the only team left who the New Day haven't beat, and for them to prove themselves to be the best, they got to beat everyone, haven't they?
It helps that the New Day are over.
Excuse me, I don't think they've beaten Los Matadores yet. Or the Ascension.
They probably have, let's be honest.
They haven't beaten the Ascension.
Probably ever, how true.
Oh, yeah, probably. Nevertheless,
Who you got?
Ideally, I think you could go both ways there. Like, you could turn the New Day face tonight by having the lads win. But obviously, that ain't gonna happen.
I feel a little cheated if the New Day lose tonight. I really want them to have a ridiculously long reign with that.
Yeah, until there's a really hot team to take over. I mean, I think they are going to turn face at some point. I was going to say face tag team, but I could see them turning face.
Soon.
Yeah. Because they're getting good reactions as it is. I'm going New Day to win here anyway.
Yeah, I'm going New Day.
Yeah, I'm going New Day.
I think it's a bit too obvious.
I think the New Day are probably going to lose, but by disqualification, so no title change. But
Yeah, you could have them attack New Day, and that could confirm New Day being faces tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be completely opposed to that.
So, the next match on the card is what I see as the co-main event, because anything with Brock Lesnar in is a main event, against Bray Wyatt, the match that everyone thought was going to happen at WrestleMania.
I'm going to go with... I think Hornswoggle's going to win this.
He's going to run in at the start when the bell goes and hide under the ring, and everyone will forget about him, and then he'll just pin Brock.
He will pick up Brock Lesnar and fucking F5 him.
He will suplex
I
Brock Lesnar.
would pay
Well,
so much money to see that. You have no idea.
Would you
I'll pay
really,
money-
Sam?
Well,
which-
by so much money, I mean, like, I wouldn't go above a tenner.
You would pay $9.99 a month.
I would pay $9.99 a month to see that. If they can have a feature on the network that's just Hornswoggle, German Suplex, and the whole roster, a new episode each day of Hornswoggle giving a different member of the roster a German suplex, I'd watch it.
Really?
No, the novelty would probably die down after the second person. But, I digress.
I don't know.
Brock Lesnar's
They-
going over here. I think we all know it. Bray Wyatt will continue his trend of bottling big matches. But I suppose it is Brock Lesnar, so you can't really be too upset with that.
I want to actually say that this is going to be a disqualification finish. So Brock wins, but he won't necessarily like go over Bray Wyatt. Instead, it'll be like the Wyatt family comes out and just kicks the living out of
I
Lesnar.
hope it's not just a Wyatt family do a standard Raw
I
beatdown.
can see that, but Brock will clean sweep. He will
Oh, yeah, he'll
he'll
kick
take
everyone
out the whole
fast.
family. He's got to look strong for when he cost Ambrose his match. Main event.
Which moves on to the main event. That's what you think the finish is going to be, is Lesnar costing Ambrose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that makes him such a heel when he's getting such good reactions.
Someone's got to be here.
That's true.
Brock can go both ways.
why would Lesnar cost Ambrose the main event?
Because he cost Brock the match, the title at Fastlane.
Which is the reason the
I
match is
thought
happening in the first
fucking
place. Yeah.
But it's in Lesnar's best interest to have Ambrose win, because as per WWE.com, that would make Lesnar versus Ambrose a title match.
Yeah,
No.
actually.
Because
Yeah.
they said on Raw
Nah,
that whoever wins, Roman will be in the match.
I know that's what
They
Ambrose
said
said,
at
but
WWE.com, the...
yeah.
Yeah, Reddit's been making a pretty
It's
big
been
deal about
announced on WWE.com that if Ambrose wins, then Lesnar versus Ambrose becomes a title match.
Therefore, it would be absolutely stupid.
Why,
It would make
why
absolutely
did
no
you
sense.
sound stupid like that? Like you can continue the storyline of having Brock attack Ambrose, eye for an eye, continues the storyline for the WrestleMania match, and then they go do something stupid like that. So this is just gonna be a normal, clean clean win for Triple H then.
I'm not saying it's going to be clean, but it's not going to be. If anyone, not Brock Lesnar.
You could kind of go down the route of like, if the Wyatt family do come out and sort of disabled Lesnar in a way, at the end of the show he comes out all fucking rage mode, and just kicks shit out of everyone. Not necessarily just Ambrose, but he just, like, everyone in that ring, including the referee, he just, like, demolishes.
Can we have him demolish Michael Cole again?
Can we have him demolish Byron? Because I think even the commentators would love that.
Poor Byron Saxton. So I'm guessing we're all going Triple H. It's not it's not even really a question, is it?
Yeah. Or even Ambrose by DQ, but that's still Triple H returning.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I'm really going to enjoy this match, even if we
Yeah,
all
I'm
know,
looking forward to it anyway.
like, I'm hearing a lot of people today being like, oh, I'm not watching because I know Ambrose is going to lose. And it's like, well...
See yourselves miss out on what's probably going to be a 4-star plus match.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of nervous that Triple H isn't really going to be able to pull it out. I mean, I don't know. I know he's still training and he's still in a great condition, but I'm not sure.
I don't reckon it's going to be a classic, because I don't think both their styles will suit each other much. I think Roman and Triple H will be a better match than this will be tonight.
I agree with you there. But it'll be good either way, I'm sure.
Still going to be a good match.
Yeah.
We're going to have the usual Ambrose shit.
I'd quite have enjoyed if they made it like some sort of street fight rule or whatever. I think that would have suited them a lot more than what just a regular sort of standard one-on-one title match is going to be.
Is it me, or does Ambrose need more moves in his move pool? Because I know Roman Reigns and John Cena get.
But you can say this. You can say this about any kind of top face in WWE, though.
It's classic for the faces to have such a limited moveset. You look back on Stone Cold and The Rock back in the Attitude Era, and their moveset was limited to punch, stomp, and like occasional hip toss.
Yeah, which is pretty much where Ambrose is at, isn't it? Anyone that's giving Roman Reigns stick for not having enough moves and just ignoring the fact that that's what all WWE top babyfaces are like is dumb.
I think Roman's
but we all know Ambrose probably has a lot more in his arsenal, and I think.
Oh, we know he does. Yeah.
I think a lot of them do.
Even Bryan, when he was like at the top, even he wasn't using his like anywhere near the full extent of his moveset.
I mean, I think
he was pretty much some kicks running knee.
Yeah. I think Roman gets too much stick for his limited moveset. I mean, I think he pulls out quite a lot when he wants to.
I love his moveset, I'm not going to lie. Even though it's small, they are pretty
his strikes
good.
are by far my favourite in the company. By far.
The Undertaker takes that for me, but Roman is up there. I love Undertakers.
And Corbin. I think Corbin's strikes.
I think that's the go home right there.
I've never really thought of Corbin actually for that, but yeah, I agree with you. Anyway, one last thing I'd like to end on here. It's been documented pretty well by WWE all over social media, but I guess something that's worth us stressing especially. The UK is getting another show this year, and it's just the one happening in London, a one-off special, which to me suggests network special.
It is a network special.
Tickets are going on sale Wednesday, I think.
Ben, is there official confirmation of it being a network special?
I think so.
Nice.
I haven't seen any official confirmation.
I think it will be anyway. It seems likely.
There's no like other house shows. It's simply the one at the O2 Arena. So I think that's pretty much saying, yeah, this is a network special. Then again, most other network specials, like Beast in the East and the One Tonight even, they've all had a house show the night before.
Who's going to be the Smarky champion?
We didn't announce this in our bonus episode, which, by the way, if you haven't seen our bonus episode, go back and watch it. You can get to know us a little bit better. It's a pretty good episode. I say Ben took the MVP for that one.
When was this decided?
It's just decided by me.
No,
I don't like how much power Sam wields. I think we have to overthrow this whole operation, guy.
Why am I the champion?
Because
he doesn't even want it. Fuck
No,
you.
I'm just asking why.
that was the last episode.
That was the last episode. But then again, in the last podcast, Leonardo DiCaprio took it with his Oscar in the bank.
And that's a fair point.
So maybe, just maybe, Tom Hardy runs out and he's like, bitch, I was in that film as well. And then they have a little fight and Tom Hardy ends up running through the crowd with the championship and Leonardo DiCaprio's left in the ring going nuts.
Or Leo decides that he's too big for us, vacates the championship, and us will battle it out.
No, that's boring. I want to put Tom Hardy over.
Why do we put
Tom Hardy does
shit?
not put over Matt.
You just want to name drop.
Well, this has
Thanks,
been
Joe.
a wonderful episode, hasn't it, boys? A lot to talk about.
How about you tweet us what you think the WrestleMania card would be?
Just tweet us everything. Tweet us what you had for dinner last night. Come on.
It would make us feel
Please just tweet us. We're lonely.
We need fans!
We're so low.
We also have a list of ideas for bonus episodes, not too unlike the last one. You can tweet or wherever you're on, Twitter,
Shit do you want
YouTube,
us to talk about next?
Facebook. Tell us what else you might want us to talk about.
And please don't make it fucking wrestling related. I've had enough of this sport. It's too fake and gay for my liking.
That's a good point.
Please tweet us people who we can bury.
Who do you want to see us bury on the podcast next?
Gonna bury everyone.